chosen to do a presentation. Teacher appreciation. Oh. I don't want to do that right now. But we're gonna go hang out with McGonagall? Okay, fine. It's time for my announcement in the Great Hall? Hold on, what's happening? Okay, this is the special event thing. Let's do this. Oh, I should have clicked on people talking. Oh well, I didn't do it. Hey Penny, Marula, does anyone know what this assembly's about? Not yet. We were just told to gather here because Professor Dumbledore has a surprise announcement to make, except Dumbledore is supposedly not here right now. I'm quite intrigued. I love a good school-related surprise. Who said it was good? Well, Professor Dumbledore looks quite happy, so I'm optimistic. He must have something fun planned for us. I think it's gonna be bad news. Huh? What do you think? Why would it be bad news? I think Penny's right. This is gonna be the announcement of something fun. Professor Dumbledore always looks out for us. Glad you joined my positive parade, Heather. Predictable and a bit annoying, I have to say. Esteemed faculty and gathered students, thank you for joining me in this, our Great Hall, for a very special announcement. I hereby declare coming days at Hogwarts an official celebration of teacher appreciation. Turns out we were right, Penny. Good news. How lovely. I do enjoy our teachers. I should add that while this feast and celebration will recognize Hogwarts staff as a whole, it will specially honor one of our finest, Professor Minerva McGonagall, for her many years on our faculty. Ooh. Headmaster, you're too kind, but we all work hard. I simply don't need to be singled out. It is a tradition, Professor, and this is your turn, though I expected that might be your reaction. Which is why we're prepared to convince you that you should be especially celebrated. Teachers and students, shall we? We all applauding? What's happening? Oh gosh, alright. Hagrid looks very excited. You're one of the best transfiguration teachers in Hogwarts history. Snape has something. Oh no, wait. That's 5. Can I do something with less energy? There we go. Professor McGonagall, oh, is an animagus. That's hard to learn. I think you deserve recognition simply for your ability to be stern and feared. Oh, okay, this does fill past. Good. Good to know. We'll be sure to honor the entire staff. All educators deserve to be appreciated. She is correct. I ain't afraid to say you're one of my favorites here at Hogwarts, Professor. I appreciate your kind compliments, but assure you, they suffice as recognition. You're 3. I think I can do 2. There we go. That wasn't too bad. As you can see, Professor McGonagall, you've quite a few fans, and they are resolved to honor both your character and achievements. And a celebration feast sounds quite fun too. It's very kind, but simply too much, Albus. You're nothing if not humble, Minerva, but even I'm on board, so don't make us beg. It's unbecoming. You put it that way, I have no choice, but I also have a few ideas of my own on how I'd like to approach this. Wouldn't have it any other way. Come, let's discuss. Professor Dumbledore seems quite excited about the celebration. And I am decidedly not. I think it's going to be brilliant. What a great opportunity to get to know more about our professors. I'm glad to hear you feel that way, Miss Haywood, as becoming more familiar with the staff is the goal of this event. Which is why you'll each be interviewing a specially selected member of the faculty personally. That's quite exciting. After which you'll make a presentation about them, their character, and achievements at the final celebration feast. It's a rare opportunity to get to spend quality time outside the classroom with your subject. I wonder who will get to interview Heather. As it turns out, Heather Ainsley will be doing a presentation on the guest of honor, Professor McGonagall. How are you? There's so many students and not very many professors. Me, really? Indeed, which means we'll be spending quite some time together. Though you should know this won't be any ordinary assignment. What do you mean, Professor? I have something very special planned for the two of us. You'll find out what that is when we next meet. Okay. Time for the interview. Come to the Transfiguration classroom. Let's see what's going on here. I'm ready to begin our interview for my teacher appreciation celebration presentation, Professor. That's a lot of words. And as you're the guest of honor, I'm especially eager to learn more about you. Yes, I can see that, though my role in the school is usually to teach rather than be studied. Which is why it's important to me you learn something yourself as we conduct interviews. And also why I've set up this. Are we learning wizard's chess? A wizard chess set? Not just any wizard chess set, my own personal chess set. And I must warn you, I'm quite good. I don't doubt it, but why show it to me? We're going to play, and as you learn about me, you'll develop your game, and I'll learn something about you as well. I am terrible with chess. Can we not? I can tell a lot about a person, about how they approach their chess game. Okay. Is this a special idea you had planned? It is. Have you played? Actually, I haven't. I'm sure you know the basic rules and pieces involved. You'll learn as you go, just as I did. So may I begin the interview? If you must, let's get on with it. Am I spending energy to do this? I am. Okay, interesting. I'm a little concerned. I'd love to know as many of the basics as you'd like to share. I have siblings, that's all I'll say about that. That's 5. Tell me more about being a hat stall at your sorting ceremony. A hat stall between Gryffindor and Ravenclaw, I assume. I've always enjoyed hearing about when you came to Hogwarts. I quite enjoy being an animagus. My tabby cat form suits me. It does. We're not playing chess, though. Joined Hogwarts staff sometime after graduation, that we know. Pay attention to our game, you might learn more than you expect. But we're not playing anything. I thought maybe we'd at least be clicking on chess pieces or something. And now I'm out of energy again. It goes so fast. I'm always curious about family, of course. Who knows how to talk of oneself? I am who I am. She's such a closed book. I was born and raised here in the Highlands of Scotland. Oh, Jesus. Why? Why do you give me 5? When I only need 1. Oh, good, you extended. Good. Good. You don't always extend. I'm kind of disappointed we didn't, at least have some visual of the wizard's chess. Professor, I want to do you justice in my presentation, but aside from your being from the Highlands and having siblings and a few basic facts like your being an animagus, you haven't given me much to go on. I was hoping we could talk about some more personal things. Questions of a personal nature aren't appropriate between a teacher and a student. Surely we need to talk a bit more. I want to get a full picture to make sure I represent you well. Very well, I will answer one more question. parents. Who were you more like, your mother or your father? It's a very personal question, but I will allow it. Thank you, Professor. I resemble my father in temperament and my mother in witchcraft, and that is all I'll say about that. But Professor, one question, that was the agreement for now. Besides, the past is only part of my life. Facts and findings you could learn anywhere. Of course, but no buts. I have important work to get back to in the present. After we begin our game. Okay, so we haven't even started? We didn't even start. Okay. I thought that was the whole point. We were asking her questions while we were playing. White goes first, so I'll make the first move. Isn't it? I was taught etiquette was always to make, the guest of the game white, so that they get to make the first move. Oh, I'm not even making decisions. I have to say, this is exciting. Now that our game has started, our journey together has officially begun. I'm already fascinated by the moves you are making. Are these her pieces? Oh, it looks like our pieces are over there too. This game we're playing and this interview may be more challenging than I expected, Professor. Indeed it will be, but if you persevere, it may yield the rewards you want, as well as some you don't expect. When you've planned your next move, come back and we will continue our discussion. Until then, you are dismissed. Yeah, I really wanted to, be playing the chessboard while we were talking. Meet in the courtyard, discuss your interview. Okay. Let's get this done quickly and efficiently. Oh, she's interviewing the librarian. Interviewing Madam Pince. I hardly want to talk to my teachers in class. Now I have to do it alone. That's practically my boggart. So excited to interview Professor Sprout. Aww. Blimey, all anyone seems to be talking about is the teacher appreciation celebrations coming up. I'm happy to be doing my presentation on Professor Snape. He's a brilliant potions master. Why are you two hanging out? Who are you assigned, Marula? Professor Quirrell. He teaches Muggle studies, which I couldn't care less about. I'm sure he'll be quite interesting, though I can't help but think Heather got the best subject of all. Professor McGonagall is accomplished and beloved, and you're getting to spend one-on-one time with her. How'd your first meeting go? She's tight-lipped. She doesn't seem to be a fan of sharing when it comes to herself. She's probably just being modest. She doesn't care much for Ainsley, that's always a possibility. Don't joke, Marula, this is obviously troubling Heather. All I know is I want to make sure I properly honor Professor McGonagall in my presentation. Especially since she's being specially recognized and celebrated. I'm sure you'll rise to the occasion. Maybe it would help to talk about what you've learned so far and hear some of the things we've learned as well. It's a great idea. Do I have to spend energy or are we going to play gobstones? I have to spend energy. Everything goes to energy. Okay. Let's discuss. Professor Snape doesn't like to talk much about his past, but I find him fascinating. Ignore Marula. I learn spells and curses, not teacher histories. I haven't met with Quirrell yet, so I don't have any tips for you. Professor McGonagall and I are playing chess while we talk. And it doesn't matter, it's 4 no matter what you do. And I'm gonna have to wait a few minutes. Unless you, yeah! There we go. I did learn Snape was from Spinner's End. Thanks for chatting to me about all this. Avoiding personal facts might be a good idea. I hope Professor McGonagall opens up in our next session, too. Though she does seem more interested in the wizard chess game we're playing than doing the interview. What's that about? I would think a taskmaster like McGonagall's too busy for games. She says playing in our time together will help me learn something about life, rather than just facts about her. Sounds nutters. You don't learn anything more about life from a game than you would sitting here with Haywood. I disagree, Marilla. You can tell a lot about a person by the company they keep. That's it. I just had an idea. Key to getting to know Professor McGonagall could be learning more about the pieces on her real-life chessboard. Are you talking about, Ainsley? If it'll take time to get Professor McGonagall to open up, I need to do the next best thing. So I'm going to interview the people who know her best, our other professors. Makes sense. Part 1 of 4. Your quest to learn more about Professor McGonagall has you spending time with lots of people at Hogwarts. Let's meet right now. I'm excited to help you with your presentation. Oh. Let's see what people have to say. Oh, it's a house elf. House elves prepare student meals, but students never get full, so more work for house elves. Oh, it's Mr. Filch. I best clean up my mess before he threatens to bring out the chains. I'm here for leftover fish heads for Mrs. Norris. No one's eating. Okay, I take that back. And house elves aren't supposed to be seen. So Heather, are you ready to start interviewing Professor McGonagall's peers for your presentation? Been thinking about it quite a bit and eager to get started. Well, I think it's a brilliant way to learn more about Professor McGonagall. And it'll really help you prepare for her special recognition at the Teacher Appreciation Celebration. Thanks, Benny. I appreciate your support, but it's a lot of responsibility. I need to get my presentation right. You will. What do you think is the most important thing to talk about so far? McGonagall's appreciation of chess? Do we think that that's it? Maybe. She seemed really excited by chess and what we can learn from it. I could definitely mention that. Professor McGonagall's so smart, I'm sure playing against her will be an exciting challenge and very educational. It's 2 things I have to figure out: my next chess move and how to build my presentation. Talking to the other professors is a brilliant start. I'm just not sure which ones would be the best to interview. There are so many choices and not a lot of time. Maybe it would help to go over the options? Alright, let's do it. Are we doing a thing? No! No! Okay. Let's try this. I wish I had the opportunity to talk to so many teachers myself. You want to make sure you talk to a variety of Professor McGonagall's peers. Hagrid seems more fond of beasts than people, but he would lend a hand. I don't suppose talking to Filch would be any help. He doesn't enjoy students. I want to be sure my presentation is the best it can be for such a special teacher. Madam Pince might have some research about Professor McGonagall's past. It's not easy to make these important decisions. I'm just gonna keep pressing this because it goes to, yep, our clubs. Thanks, Penny. There certainly are a lot of options for teachers to talk to. Just have to decide who to start with, and whoever it is needs to know Professor McGonagall really well. I'll be willing to talk even if they're busy. Oh no. Wish I had your problems. My professor's all about talking and talking. Professor Quirrell even asked me to come back again if I wanted to know more. Marilla. That's so kind of Professor Quirrell. You would think that. To me, it was like getting tortured by an acromantula. Must be something Professor Quirrell could discuss you'd be interested in. I'm not sure. He was a Hogwarts student not so long ago. Think about that. Quirrell used to be sitting at the same desk we sit at. What does he know that we don't? Wait, you're a genius. I prefer most powerful witch, but I guess I'll take that too. What's going on? Did you get an idea? Just realized Quirrell's the perfect first peer interview. You're right, what better place to start learning about Professor McGonagall than from her former student? Next stop, Corinius Quirrell. Okay. And we wait. Thanks for watching till the end of the video. Consider giving a like or leaving a comment. The YouTube algorithm favors engagement, so doing one or both of those things really helps the channel. There's social media links in the description and a link to my tip jar if you're interested in helping out that way. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the next one.